Hey, small business owner, if you have decided that this is the year that you are going to start incorporating YouTube in your overall content marketing strategy, props to you. I'm so pumped for you. I have already seen the power of a great YouTube marketing strategy, and I'm so excited for you to develop more consistency for yourself. But let's say you still feel a little bit stuck because you haven't found that cadence. You haven't found that workflow that works for you, that you can just incorporate week after week into your own standard operating procedure. So this video is for you, so you can look at my own workflow strategy and take it for yourself. You can take what you want. So tune in. Now, I will say this video is sponsored by the course YouTube for Business by Stephanie Kase Education. I am so excited I took that course because it gave me a better jumpstart and a better foundation of how to use YouTube for my business. Not to become a YouTuber, but to actually use YouTube for organic marketing purposes and to really have an overall strategy for my business. So if you want to learn more about it, it will be the first link below this video. Before we get started, hi, my name is Dolly DeLong. I am a systems and workflow educator for business owners who want to learn more about the puzzle pieces of systems, workflows, and SOPs, and how to actually apply them to the back end of their business so that they enjoy running their business, because you shouldn't feel so scattered and so confused while running your business. You need to feel more streamlined and purposeful. So that's why I'm here. I am your systems and workflow BFF, and I'm so glad that you're tuning in today. Again, we are going to be going over my literal YouTube workflow. Now, this is something that is tried and true for my own business, and you don't have to copy and paste everything you hear from me, but maybe this will give you a better kickstart and a jumpstart into developing your own type of workflow so that you can find a cadence, you can find a rhythm, and you can be consistent in producing high quality YouTube videos every single week and drive more traffic to your business organically. So the first thing I have in my workflow, and I keep everything within Trello, by the way, which is a project management tool, and you can organize your own workflows within any type of project management tool, which I highly recommend you do. So everything is organized within Trello. So the first list that I have in this workflow is all dedicated to what my YouTube channel is about. I have a description of the show, I have the name of the show, and I have any important links and just anything important about the channel within this card. Sorry, I should say within this list. Do you want to caveat and say within this list I have also created, I templatize as much as possible because I am just running the show for the systems and workflow magic brand within my business. So I like to templatize everything because it not only saves me time in the long run, but it also helps me stay consistent with my workflows. And when I'm consistent, that's when I start developing more brand recognition and authority within systems and workflow education. And so don't let everything live in your head. Make sure you actually put it all out either on paper or, again, in this case, a project management tool like Trello. So the second column, which has really helped me out with my overall YouTube strategy workflow, is listing out all of my money-making activities that I want to lead people to through my YouTube videos. Like, that may not make quite so much sense to you right now, but it is really essential that you are creating content with a purpose. Content leading to growing out your email list, content leading to your services, content leading to establishing you as the go-to. And so I want you to, in this column, to list out everything that you do within your business that makes you money. The second column, the third column I want you to lay out for yourself is what are all of your lead magnets that you have established within your business. So again, lead magnets or freebies are ways to grow out your email list. And I am a strong believer of growing out your email list early on, starting from day one of your business, because you do not own social media. And so yesterday was the best day to start growing out your email list. And if not, then today is the best day to start growing out your email list. I don't care if you're a service provider, or if you are a maker, or if you are you sell digital products. I don't care what type of business you have. You should truly be digging into email list growth. And so in this column, I want you to list out all of your freebies that lead to your products, that again nurture people to get to know you more. And again, even if you have 3, list all 3 out, because I promise there is a method to this madness. Next column I really want you to consider writing out in this project management tool is your time tracker. So hopefully you are keeping really good track of your time, where your time is going, how you're balancing time, how you're managing your time, whatever you want to call it. You should know where your time is going within your business, especially if you are running the show on your own, because you should not just be pouring, I don't know, a ridiculous amount of number, let's say 800 hours a day in a YouTube strategy. You should know where all of your hours are going. So make sure that you're keeping this top of mind. And I keep this in my workflow. I like to track my time, track how long it takes for me to actually create the video and ideate, and like all of the steps and the processes that go into creating one video. And so you might have to put in your actual time management tracker as a part of this workflow. And so that's what I have as a step in my workflow. Now, another column I have within this workflow are actual content ideas. So if you go back to those other 2 content or lists that I recommended you write out in your workflow, you know, those services that you do within your business, like how you make money, and then also all the freebies that you have within your business. Now, how can you create content, video content, that could easily weave in pushing people towards I don't know, signing up for your email list, or even getting to inquire of you for specific services, so like the paid services, or getting to a certain digital product. So this is the column where I want you to start having, like, hashing out ideas for yourself of what you can talk about that would naturally weave in, you know, those freebies, or naturally weave in, okay, a call to action on how to work with you. Total transparency, this takes time to get used to, because you may just like want to hit the ground running. You want to have a successful YouTube channel, and I want that for you too. Everybody wants that. But the thing is, you really have to take the time, again, going back to time management, you have to take the time to establish this cadence and establish like what your content is going to look like for your channel. And so you have to take the time at least once a month, if not every other month, to hash out ideas and then weave in like how you're going to have specific call to actions to grow out your email list with the freebies, or growing more awareness on call to actions on how to work with you, your paid services. Now, another column I have in this workflow is, okay, now that the content ideas have been fully fleshed out, I have some ideas in another list. This list is, have I planned it out? Have I written it out? So once I write out my entire, like, I take one content idea and then I flesh it out in an outline for YouTube, like this YouTube video, for example. I had to flesh it out. I put that into the column just so I can know, like, hey, this has been planned out. I have an idea of what I want to talk about. And so it's no longer living in that workflow list of content ideas, if that makes sense. I guess I would call this list, you can either call it planned or written out. You can merge those two together. I like having 2 separate columns because sometimes I plan out an idea. So I have the idea and then I plan it out and then I write it out. So that's 3 different columns right there, or you can merge both the planned and the written out together. It's entirely up to you. Remember, this is your workflow. You're finding a cadence that actually works for you, but I'm literally like letting you in on the behind the scenes of my own workflow. So in this scenario, I went from, I planned it out and now I've written it out. Now it's in the written out step of the workflow. Now this step is my most favorite step, or maybe my most dreaded step, but after I do it, it becomes my most favorite step. It's recording the actual outlined and planned video. Now, everybody has their own cadence and workflow and how they record. I like to batch record videos back to back to back, so between 3 to 4 videos, 3 or 4 days in a row, depending upon just like my schedule. I know ideally I have 2 hours of work time every single day just because of where my life is right now. But you may have a good 5 to 6 hours. So I would definitely recommend either batching out your video recordings or finding like 2 or 3 consecutive days where you can show up on video. So in this part of the workflow, I am recording out my written YouTube videos. Now the next step I do after recording it is I edit all of my videos, and I do this in-house, so I do them. I am not yet at the point in my business where I can outsource this, and so but I would highly recommend, if you are able to, and if you have that overhead cost, then definitely outsource the editing part unless you really love editing. And so I normally take about, this portion of my workflow takes me an hour each video to edit. I'm still a little slow at editing my videos, but this is the next part. After recording, I edit the videos. The very next step I take in this workflow, after I edit it down, I like to re-watch the videos, and then I like to see, oh, like this would be a really good spot to add like a GIF or a funny meme or a sound effect or just like a text overlay. And so that is something that I do in-house. I research them, and I know it's not perfectly seamless. I am not a professional videographer or an editor by any stretch of the matter, but I am really excited that I was able to learn this skill, again, from YouTube for Business by Stephanie Kase Education, and she taught all her students step by step how to do this, and so it made it really tangible for me. And if you want to learn more about YouTube for Business, go down, the link is in the first comment. So after I have researched any PNG files or GIFs or sound effects, whatever I want to add to the video, I add those, and now the video has been exported, and I can now create show notes and any necessary, I know what links I need to link into that specific video, and so this is the next step of my workflow. My very next step of the workflow is creating graphics, those thumbnails for my videos, and again, I have to give a shout out to Stephanie Kase for YouTube for Business Owners. In her course, she actually has given all of the students literally all the thumbnail graphics they need, all the important graphics they need to get started for YouTube for Business. And so this was another easy yes for me to jump into the course, because I am not a graphic designer by any stretch of the matter, and I knew that Canva offers a lot of different thumbnails. They offer all sorts of graphic design for non-graphic design business owners like myself, and I love Canva, but the overwhelm is a real thing. When I was looking through, oh my gosh, what do I choose? What is the best? And so it was really nice having that cut out and having actual templates given by YouTube for Business. And so I use those thumbnails for each of my videos, and I just input my own my fonts and my font colors and my branding colors and my own branding photos. But other than that, I templatize everything. So templatize all of your graphics in the step, because it will make your workflow more fast, more seamless. Now, my very next step in this workflow is simply to review the video, make sure everything looks good, make sure the opt-ins and links and everything mentioned in the video is working, and then to schedule it out. So again, I mentioned earlier that my workflow, I am normally batching out like between 3 to 4 videos at a time, so that I don't have to do this every single week, because every week my schedule changes based on my boys' schedule, my family schedule. I have very limited work time. And so during my batching week, I am scheduling out for the next 2, 3, sometimes up to 4 weeks. And so having this workflow established helps keep me on track. Again, going back to time management, and it just helps me know, like, okay, I don't have to stress out about creating a video next week. So definitely schedule it out, review everything, make sure it's on the right date, the right time that you like, and that's it. Like, that's literally, you just review for schedule, and then YouTube will take care of the rest. Now in this workflow, I do have a column called posted. So right after it's been uploaded and scheduled, I will like pull it over in my Trello board from scheduled to posted. And then I have a bonus step in my workflow for myself. I'm going to share it with you. My bonus step is this. I like having a promotional plan of what to do with my video once it's been posted, because just because it's posted, that doesn't mean everybody in the world knows about it. So I am still a very tiny fish in this big ocean. And so I like to do the pig fell system. Now, if you are not too familiar with me, I have a podcast called the Systems and Workflow Magic Podcast, and on one of my episodes, I invited a guest speaker who spoke about her marketing promotion system, and she called it her pig fell system. So I stole it from Rebecca Reed, and I will link it in the show notes so that you can listen in to the podcast and follow Rebecca. But her pig fell system is really this: Pinterest, Instagram, Google My Business, Facebook, email, and LinkedIn. Pig fell. And so this system of marketing my long form piece of content takes me about 1 hour to like make sure that I'm like scheduling it out on those different platforms. But then it's done. Then I have done my job as the solo business owner, as the one like wearing all the hats, and I feel really good about it. And then I know that my YouTube video is working for me because it's been not only just posted in YouTube, but it's now been more SEO optimized, and it is working on other platforms. So that's my very last step in the overall workflow. So there you have it. That was my framework of my workflow that I do for myself. And again, it helps me stay on task for each video. So I do the same thing, the same task for every YouTube video I create. So I'm not missing anything. There are no holes being missed, and there's no balls being dropped. I am staying consistent, and I have a rhythm because of this workflow. Now I want to know if any of this was helpful for you, and I will say that I have my complete and ultimate YouTube workflow on sale in my shop. I will connect it in the links below. So if you are just wanting this Trello board template and you were like, I just want the exact framework laid out for me that I can just jump in and use today, go for it. It will be in the link of this show. And finally, I want to stress to you, if YouTube is on the forefront of your mind and you know that you want to have an organic marketing strategy with video and you want to drive more traffic to your business, I cannot stress enough about how amazing YouTube for Business has been for my own business, for my service-based business, and my systems and workflow business. And I want to point you to the direction of Stephanie Kase Education, and that link is in the show notes as well. I cannot say enough good things about YouTube for Business. Go and check it out. Again, I say this in every video. If you experienced any aha moments, if you found any value in this, please share it with a fellow business owner, share it with a friend, and hit like and please subscribe to this channel. I actually create new systems and workflow related educational videos for the small business owner every single Friday. So please let me know in the comments, again, if you experienced any aha moments in just like learning more about workflows for having a YouTube channel, and or if you want me to create any other type of systems and workflow related content, let me know. I am all ears. Again, thank you so much for watching and listening in, and I will talk to you all next week.